here. So first, like one of the things, this is a little bit technical. Moore's law, computing doubles in power every 18 months. That's over. And that's because we're really getting down to the physical size of the transistors are reaching the quantum level. So we're at about 5 nanometer nodes right now. Once we get to about 1 or 2, you just can't shrink any further. Just quantum mechanics gets in the way that does not happen at larger scales. And quantum computing, which actually would be really good in theory for real-time deepfakes, because it's kind of natural learning processing. Like that's still a super long way off. And so the question is like, okay, what are these companies going to do? There's actually something out there. There's a really great solution that has no R&D in it. It's called reversible computing, which is actually a style of computing that quantum computing uses, but it can totally be used with classical computing in the same type of silicon and hardware that we currently use. So I don't know how familiar you guys are with like the way that computers work, but one of the things that the kind of the base level thing that computers have are called gates. So AND gates, OR gates, NOT gates, right? So you put in a couple bits and then a bit comes out determining. So an AND gate would be like if a 1 and a 1 both come in, then it spits out a 1. So they're both true, but if in any other case, it spits out a 0. And that's just the gate that it has. But the thing is, if you ask the question, well, what happened to that other bit? You put in 2 and you only got out 1. The answer is that extra bit got grounded and it turned into waste heat. And so that's why computers take so much electricity, is because it's just turning all of it into heat. But with reversible computing, you actually don't need to waste any electricity. You can design these gates that bring in 3 bits and spit out 3 bits every time, and they switch them around in a way that no energy is lost. And if you this can, like I said, this can absolutely be done with current technology that we have. It just needs to be designed. There's a lot of like recoding that needs to be done. We'll need to have translation layers to be able to work with like existing programs and stuff. But this is a viable path forward that will give us like at least 100x increase in computer processing before we run into a wall again. And I just don't know why there's no company, unless it's super hidden and secret and they haven't told us about it, that's doing any R&D in this space, and it's super frustrating. It's something we've known about for decades, and I just think it's an awareness problem.